There's a lot of people out there, including me, who are telling you to hustle, grind, think big, to push yourself. And as much as I believe in all of that, today I want to talk about the flip side of that, which is that it's okay if you don't want to be a hyperachiever. And for those of you who do want to be hyperachievers, who are pushing yourselves, who want to be exceptional, I want to give you a couple things to think about to make sure that you don't push yourself too far. Here's the big idea. Everything in life is a trade-off, and success is no different. Success isn't free, it comes at a cost. And that cost could be really fucking high. It could be your physical health, your mental health, your relationships, your happiness, and anybody you can think of who's truly exceptional, they were willing to make all those sacrifices. They gave up their social life, they gave up sleep, they made themselves sick with stress. And if that sounds unhealthy to you, that's because it is unhealthy. And 99% of the people who think they're hustlers, who think they want to be high achievers, that share a couple Gary Vaynerchuk videos, they have no fucking clue what it actually takes to get there. I've worked with some of these people, some truly exceptional high achievers. These motherfuckers are operating on a level of intensity that 99.9% of people cannot even conceive of. These guys work 100 hours a week for decades. Grinding as hard as they grind would make you cry. And you know what I've learned from working with these people? I learned that I'm not one of them. I don't have the kind of intensity and drive that they do. I just don't. I'm maybe like slightly above average at best, and I'm totally okay with that. For example, think about what it takes to be like a really successful national or international level band. You're gonna spend 5, 10, 20 years living in a fucking van or a bus driving around the country. You're basically gonna be homeless, you're gonna be nocturnal, you're never gonna see your family or friends back home, you're gonna eat like shit, it's probably gonna be really hard to get any exercise. That doesn't sound like fun to me, but that's what it takes. Are you willing to make that sacrifice? I'm not. Now, if being a hyperachiever and pouring every ounce of your soul into your work, grinding yourself into dust to be the absolute most you can be, makes you happy, then go for it. But if that doesn't sound appealing to you, that's totally cool. In fact, it probably shouldn't sound appealing to you. There's not a goddamn thing wrong with having a stable 9-to-5 job that pays the bills and putting your energy into other parts of your life. In fact, I think that's probably what you should do. Most people, including me, are not cut out to be hyperachievers, and trying to be one is just setting yourself up for failure. The happiest people I know are not exceptional. Nobody's ever gonna write an article about them. They have 75 followers on Instagram, but they're happy. And you know why? Because that shit doesn't fucking matter. There's this idea that success equals happiness, and that is not true. There is no correlation between those two things. Many of the happiest people are not quote-unquote successful, and many of the most successful people are not happy. Think about how many CEOs and celebrities have built up an amazingly successful career, but they're miserable because of what they had to give up to get there, because they had to give up their physical health, their mental health, and their relationships to get there. And what do they really have at the end of the day? They've got a pile of money, and they got a bunch of people on the internet that they don't know telling them how great they are. And a lot of hyperachievers, they chase success as a way of filling some kind of void in their life. Ask yourself this: why are entertainers willing to sacrifice so much for the validation of strangers who don't even know them? Why are they willing to give up so much to have other people tell them they're great? It's not because they're happy people, I'll tell you that. The cliches are true. Money does not buy happiness, and neither does success. Success and happiness are not the same thing. In fact, I would almost say they have very little to do with each other. Money doesn't buy happiness, it just buys stability and freedom, and that's nice, but it doesn't make you happy. Now, I can imagine the comments already. You're gonna say this is all sour grapes. I'm just making excuses for any lack of success in my life. And maybe they're right. I'm definitely not the most successful person in the world. But I don't think success actually makes most people happy. I think what makes most people happy is spending as much time as possible with people that they love. Now, I want to be super clear. This is not any kind of endorsement of a slacker, underachiever lifestyle. If you're spending all your time smoking pot and playing video games with your friends, you're wasting your fucking life. What I'm trying to say is this: pushing yourself and hustling is awesome, but don't let yourself feel pressured into chasing success at the cost of your happiness. Because success and happiness are not the same thing, and the goal is to be happy, not to fulfill somebody else's definition of success. All right, everybody, I'm Finn McKenty, signing off for the Punk Rock MBA. Please like, share, subscribe, all that. I will see you next time.